representative of our researchers group team. I will have the honor to talk about the characteristics of water sources in the Jabal Amel Municipal community. Our approach in this research will shed a light on the pollution of spring water, groundwater, and rivers in certain villages that are under the authority of the municipalities union in Jabal Amel, south of Lebanon, during the corona pandemic. These sources provide drinking water to the region and irrigated. This study highlights the physical, chemical, microbiological, and heavy metals properties of the sources and their surrounding. Today, I will present to you the basic data that we collected from 5 sources over 2 periods. The first one was in 2018, with the second after 4 years, have passed in order to compare the obtained results, discuss them, and state a few recommendations. Therefore, I've divided my presentation in different parts. At the beginning, introduction. After that, I'll present the different tests. Then, I will inspect and compare the obtained results. Finally, I will summarize the results, discuss it, and recommended few suggestions. As introduction, all Lebanon rivers are non-navigable ones. 28 begin on the western slope of the Lebanon range and flow via steep gorges into the Mediterranean Sea. Besides that, there are 6 rivers originate in the Bekaa Valley. We choose 4 different rivers to mention that the problems existed not only in the south of Lebanon, but also overall the country. For each river, we will show 2 photos. The first one was taken in the nearest past, while the other one is recently. Abu Ali River in the north of Lebanon, Ibrahim River in the mouth of Lebanon, Beirut River in the capital, however, Awali River in the south of Lebanon. Lebanon's natural water resources are facing serious problems and approach from exhaustions. We will focus our study now in the Jabal Amel municipality, which is located around 132 kilometers far south of Beirut, Lebanon. Municipal community Jabal Amel contained 19 villages, over area located around 145 kilometers square. 2 rivers in this area existed, Wazani and Litani. Concerning the approach, we will focus this study on the basic, advanced, and approach that developed by the municipality for this location. The municipal community use 2 methods, decantation, also purification methods as a treatment for natural water. Before, the habitant used it for irrigation and drinking, as shown in this flowchart. 2 purification steps before arriving the water at whole houses, also the reservoirs. After that, the purification before irrigation. As a physical test, we use the microprocessor pH to test the degree of acidity or alkalinity for the water potential of hydrogen. However, to measure the water's capacity into carrying electric current and to measure the total dissolved matter in the water, we use tracer ECTDS. We have 2 values. The one in the red one is for the results obtained in 2018. However, in the blue one, by comparing it to Lebanese Standard Institution specification in 2022. This is the value obtained for pH, for EC, and finally for STD. All the values since 2018 until 2022 are acceptable following this Libnor specifications. Concerning the chemical tests, we tried to find the existence of cations and anions as follows. 3 cations were tested: the calcium, magnesium, and ammonium. We're using flame atomic absorption method, which is a popular method for identifying metals in natural materials. It's based on measuring the intensity of emitted light when metal is put into the flame. The wavelengths of the color indicate the element. However, the color of the flame represents the amount of the contained item. Now, those are the values obtained. We can see that the high levels will mention in yellow color. Concerning the anions, we'll test 6 elements: the boron, chlorine, nitrate, nitrite, phosphates, and sulfates. Six anions. Those anions, by comparing the results of 2022 by 2018, it was clear that generally there is an increase in the value of boron, decrease in the chlorine, decrease in the nitrates, increase in nitrate, eliminates of existence of phosphates, and decrease of sulfates. In the following table, and referring to the results obtained in 2018 and 2022, we'll classify the water in each location if it is convenient for drinking or irrigation, both or not acceptable. We can mention that there is a high rise occurred as a result of many citizens becoming farmers and the excessive use of agricultural fertilizers during the corona pandemic. Furthermore, 3 microbiological tests were conducted: total coliform, Salmonella shigella, and fecal coliforms. In 2018, all the 15 water samples were acceptable either for drinking, 9 samples, or for irrigation, 5 samples, except one location, which is mentioned in the color red one, that exceeded drinking water and irrigation standards. The results obtained in 2022 were shocking. The new 15 water samples results become more polluted. 4 samples were acceptable for drinking and irrigation, 1 sample was acceptable for drinking, and 10 samples exceed drinking water and irrigation standards. Those results push up to check the existence of heavy metals. 3 metals were chosen to be checked: copper, lead, and zinc. And all the test sample results were free from these materials. In this slide, as a summary, all the previous results were summarized in the 5 locations to show the positive cations and the positive anions, and finally the microbiological one, which is shown in this slide. As a discussion, it was seen that agricultural activities were developed all around the sites for sources, thus hindering the uncontrolled use and the application of fungicide and algicide leads to the increase in the nitrates concentration. The decantation and the purification methods are good enough to enhance the physical values. The purer the water, the lower the conductivity, in addition to reduce the amount of anions and cations in the water. However, they did not solve the microbiological problems. Due to the existence of Salmonella, coliform, and E. coli, the natural water derived from such sources is not suitable for drinking. In addition, treatment method should be considered because they are contaminated and polluted by this bacteria. As a recommendation, we have 3 classification levels. Concerning the community level, it should improve the knowledge and the orientation on the problem of water by integrate the essential aspects of the pollution for water and its sources. Educate residents about the installation of treatment filters to purify water by suggest materials to dispose of solid and microbiological pollutants. However, on the municipality level, it should develop a monitoring systems to periodically record water quality, prevent excessive application of fertilizers to agriculture land, dedicated, well-defined landfill sites, monitors and apply environmental impact studies to preserve the quality of water resources, application of the polluter pays principle to all users. Finally, on the level of government, legislation and environmental laws should be enforced with a focus on pollution and water consumption. Government control should be applied over water resources area, including rivers, springs, and lakes. Put in place laws regulating the physiochemical quality of domestic and industrial discharges. At the end, the discussion of a major health problems that threaten Lebanon is open. Nowadays, we record the appearance of cholera. The Ministry of Public Health announced in a recent published report 7,317 cases and 23 deaths as cumulative values. Thanks to the organizer of the International Conference on Primary Care and Public Health Care, Dubai, that gives us the opportunity to participate and highlight on our problem. Hope that we can get over this soon. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Dr. Milad Khatib. That was an excellent presentation. I hope our participants have learned a lot from your side.